Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is a reading for the sign of Aquarius. I am trying out a new camera angle, y'all, so let me know what you think in the comment section. If you like this better, or if you want to see my face, so tell me how you feel. Anyway, if you are new here, just wanted to say welcome. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much. Y'all really make a big difference here when you interact with my videos and you when you drop comments and tell me how you resonated with everything. It honestly means a lot. And to those of you who have donated, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how helpful that is and how much it really moves me and how much I appreciate it, guys. So just wanted to say that. Also, I want to say that this is a general reading, so please keep that in mind moving forward. Just take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. It does nobody any good for you to, try and make yourself fit, or if it doesn't resonate, for you to get angry about it. That's for some specific people out there who do that. And I'm like, y'all, if it don't resonate, it's not your reading. You don't have to say, like, I'm not like that. It's like, okay, well, then you're not like that, darling, and so this is not your reading, okay? That's all. Go check your other placements or find another reader. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to please spirit, okay? Truly. Like, it's my job to, do right by, the creator, right? And there's many ways of saying it, but basically I am just here to fulfill my purpose, part of my purpose, right? It's to channel messages, guys. So anyway, I love you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. We're deeply grateful. We know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide Aquarius for their highest good, Spirit, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward into this reading. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Spirit. Do we have any messages for Aquarius today? Anybody who needs to hear it out there with Aquarius in their chart? Oh, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, by the way, guys. Sorry. I've been doing so many readings just for the collective that I got to get back in the flow. Okay. 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 Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so, all right, Aquarius. So, interesting reading so far. You could be dealing with an earth sign, I'm getting here, or someone with strong earth in their chart. Could also be dealing with a Cancer. That's just the signs that I'm seeing right out the gate. You've got the Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck here. So, the biggest thing I'm getting here is that you are feeling kind of conflicted. That's the energy I'm getting, is a little bit of confliction here. Because you've got some contradictory cards, but at the same time, it makes sense. We'll work through it. So what I'm seeing here is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands talks about rapid communication, right? Back and forth communication, taking direct action towards something. But then you have the Chariot card in reverse right next to it. So it's like wanting to communicate, or maybe okay, so maybe there was a lot of communication that happened, and the decision is to not move forward with whatever this is. Because I do believe this is about another person. That's the energy that I'm getting. It could be with this King of Pentacles, which gender is fluid also, guys. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but gender is fluid. Don't get caught up on gender. I'm going to try and use gender neutral language as much as possible in order to make the readings more accessible, right? But this King of Pentacles could be any gender identity, right? So what I'm seeing with this, y'all, with like the just coming out in reverse, is this is somebody who, I will just say, the first thing that came to me was that this person is not very, is either not being very generous right now, or is not very stable. Maybe financially stable, I'll say also. It really depends. We'll read into it a little bit deeper. We'll read into it deeper. Because what I'm seeing here is that you're really having to trust your intuition with this. And I feel like you don't want to be the fool, okay? Because you've got the Fool card coming out in reverse. And the first thing that came to my head was, I don't want to be your fool, right? That was literally the line that I heard was, I don't want to be a fool. I don't want to be your fool. I don't want to play the fool, right? So what I'm getting is that you may be concerned about this situation here. So you're kind of like, you're holding back. You're holding back with this Chariot card in reverse. This King of Pentacles energy could also be your energy if you have Earth in your chart, and you know you don't have to, but it's like just a lack of generosity and a lack of investment, basically, is what I'm getting here. So like I said, that could be coming from either party, you know, because you've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. So this just feels like something that is out of balance, or you would have to balance it with the rest of your life. Does that make sense? This Two of Pentacles is telling me that this is something that you would have to okay, I'm getting another message. Sorry. This is kind of the way, it's just so funny lately. So it's just like one message after another, and they're very different. But the message that I'm getting now is that it's like you don't want to juggle. You don't want to have to juggle or balance or like walk a tightrope, I'm hearing also. But you don't want to be juggled either. You don't, here, High Priestess, okay? You really want to trust your intuition, and part of you is like, oh my God, I just got the craziest message. So you see this Eight of Wands? Do you see how right in the middle of all of them is this center? It almost looks like a target back there. Like, it's almost like you know that the only way this is going to work is if you hit the very center of the target with an arrow. Like, do you see the arrows too, like, coming out? It's almost like there's a lot of obstacles and things in between you and this working out, basically. And you know you would have to hit it right on the target. And you just feel like that's too much. Like, I'm just getting that you're like, okay, well, I might not be able to hit the target. Right? Like, I might not be able to balance this. Let's go deeper. Thank you, Spirit. Can you please help guide Aquarius through this situation? What does Aquarius need to know about this situation? I don't see you moving forward with it. I just saw Eight of Wands again. It's like you want to communicate, though. You want to take action. All right, so can we clarify the Chariot card in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Chariot card here in reverse? Okay. The Sun card in reverse. Okay. It doesn't make you happy to do this. I actually think that you might be kind of sad that this is the outcome. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the King of Pentacles here in reverse? Whoa, Two of Cups. Okay. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting that this person that you're dealing with, it's like, this is some type of romantic situation. I think that that's what's coming through here. This situation has caused you a lot of anxiety. Wow, the Lovers. Okay, so this is some type of Two of Cups connection here. What I'm getting is that Nine of Swords still at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so how can I put this? This could be some type of like twin flame thing because you've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out. And that's just the feeling that I'm getting. Okay. Now, here's the deal is sometimes people put a lot more weight on this twin flames thing than I feel like they should. And you can mix up like karmic relationships and attachments with twin flame connections. Here's the deal with twin flames is that a lot of times you meet somebody and you both end up really drawing attention. Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah. This is crazy because, okay, so it's like, I'm just going to put that off to the side. It's its own thing right now. So what I'm getting here is that, like I said, twin flames is kind of like somebody who mirrors you, okay? And they mirror you in such a way that it activates within you like your wounds, right? Your shadow. That's a lot of what happens with the twin flame journey. It's not really very desirable, I will be honest with you. But the deal is that when it happens, it catalyzes the things within you that need to be healed. And a lot of growth can happen very quickly with these types of connections. But that being said, a lot of times there's a lot of conflict. Okay. So this situation, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. It's like, how do I explain this? And here's the Fool coming out in the upright. Okay, so this is where you're conflicted. You're conflicted in that you don't want to like abandon this connection, but you don't really want to work on it here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You don't want to abandon this connection, but you don't really want to work on it either. Because you see that it's this Two of Cups, twin flame thing, but you're also like, it doesn't make you happy to move on from it, but you also don't want the conflict that comes with when you mirror somebody like that. Because basically they show you what you need to work on and you show them what they need to work on. And both people can get very defensive, you know? And not just defensive, but Eight of Wands. Where it's like lots of back and forth communication. Lots of kind of like, yeah, arguing, really, is what I'm getting here. But it's almost like it activates you, right? So when we're activated by somebody, we tend to see that as a significant connection, right? And it is. But what is the Four of Pentacles in reverse? Which is talking about letting go. But at the end of the day, what comes of it, right? So it might be hard for you to walk away from this. But at the same time, you're kind of like, it's tough. It's tough for you. I think it's kind of tough for you to a certain extent. The Hermit card. I'm not going to take all those, but I saw the Hermit. Oh, Spirit, come on. Here, give me 1 second, guys. Whoa. Okay. Oh my God, y'all, this is crazy. I'm sorry. Like, okay. First off, I just got a message that sometimes things seem like mistakes, but they're really meant to be. Okay? Because I just dropped those cards and was like, Spirit, why are you making me do all that? And then here comes some cards we need to talk about. So you've got the Star card. This is Aquarius energy. This is your energy, okay? So the Star card coming out is telling me that you really are intending and interested in connecting with yourself, okay? Healing, right? Connecting with Spirit, connecting with your divine purpose. Like, I feel like that's where your intention is. Your intention is on you, okay? And that's good. It should be, right? So this is a good thing. You're focusing on yourself, okay? I feel like with this Three of Wands, it's like you really are, I feel like, waiting for your ships to come in to a certain degree, right? So in this waiting time and in this time of, you know, contemplating the future a little bit, right? Like, you know, I feel like you have, to a certain extent, it's almost like this connection, this situation, whatever it is, it's like you were kind of hoping that this would come back around in a way that was kind of like, how do I put it? Not redeeming, but I don't know, you just, I feel like you just imagined that your ships would come in with this person and that it would work out or something. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, it's like you're not moving forward with it. You have the Judgment card coming out in reverse. So this is coming out for literally every single reading that I've been doing. And it's kind of blowing my mind. But the Judgment card, Judgment is the card of Pluto. And Pluto is retrograde. You're probably going to hear me say that a lot because it's going to be retrograde until October of this year. And so Pluto retrograde talks about things coming back up from the past to be dealt with and for judgment calls to be made and for them to either be reconciled or for them to be laid to rest completely, right? So it's all about closure and addressing things that have been suppressed to a certain extent, okay? So this coming out is telling me that that's what is going on in this situation, that this is coming back up in order to be reconciled, right? Or to get closure. So I feel like that's really what's going on here. So the judgment call is being made, and I feel like that judgment call is to not move forward with this thing, with this person, whatever it is. So let's keep going. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for the messages so far. Can we clarify the Eight of Wands, Spirit? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. Page of Swords, okay. So this can be talking about, like, I think most classically, like in the modern day, like people look at this as somebody who is either ready to learn, okay, or this is also talking about doing research. And when you're talking about two people or like interpersonal relationships, this is somebody doing research on another person, right? So how do we typically do research on somebody, right? We go and we look at their stuff. Like we look at their social media accounts. We do, you know what I mean? We look them up. We yada, 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 background checks. Like, I don't know. But that's kind of what this card represents in the modern day, right? But it also is talking about someone who's ready to learn something new or who is doing research, right? So in the context of this, it's like somebody is paying attention here to what the other person is doing. Could be you looking at this other person or this person looking at you. Or somebody from the outside because you've also got the Three of Cups in reverse. So this is talking about some type of third-party situation, right? And that can be in anything. Or this can also be talking about, like, this isn't a cause for celebration. This isn't necessarily a cause for, you know, connection. This is something that... this could also be something that's not supported by the community, by your community or their community. That could also be. But I'm getting that it could be also a third party that's like paying attention to what's going on. And this is not like a good third party here because it's coming out in reverse. So you've also got the Four of Pentacles coming out in the upright. So this is talking about like holding on to things. So it's possible that you or this other person could be holding on to this. Okay, or somebody's holding on to you. It could be this third party is holding on to you. Okay, I would be cautious about that. It doesn't have good energy to it, honestly. It doesn't have good energy to it. So, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is coming out talking about, I mean, this is a brand new, passionate direction of movement, right? Like this is talking about action. This is talking about things happening, right? This isn't just, you know, clarity of mind or, you know, infinite love from the universe or whatever, which is great too. This is talking about passion, which passion is what drives life, you know? So it's not just sexual passion. This is talking about passion for things that you believe in, you know, passion for your future, passion for yourself, right? So this Eight of Wands, this is all to clarify the Eight of Wands, by the way, which is basically just talking about like movement forward, and action and communication. So, okay. First off, watch out for this energy right here. Okay? Because this does feel like somebody holding on to you. And this feels like somebody who is like, who's like looking through your shit, okay? Like that's the energy that I get. The energy is that this person also could be a heavy drinker, okay? Like an alcoholic, all right? I'm just getting that with the Three of Cups. Sorry, but I have to say it. Something about this person, they also are a talker, I'm getting. But they're holding on to you because in their little world, okay? You see how in the background through these curtains you can see it's like a whole nother little world in there, okay? So from their perspective, in their little world, you are still theirs. Like they're still holding on to you. They're still watching you. Do you see the eyeballs on this moth? That's what I'm getting. Is like this person is trying to keep tabs on you, keep an eye on you, and in their little world, their delusional little world, okay? Like I'm being real with you, Aquarius. It feels delusional. It doesn't feel good. And like I said, it could be something that's not supported by your community or their community, right? That is so crazy because, okay, and this person, this person right here has their hand on their hip and they're wearing a belt. But what it looked like is that they had some long, sharp thing behind their back. That's what it looked like to me just now. So what I'm getting is that this person would stab their own friends in the back. Like... I'm sorry, guys. This is just what I'm getting, and I have to share it with you because that's literally why I'm here, is to help you guys out, okay? So, this Ace of Wands is seriously coming off as, like, there is potential for you to just have a new beginning and just move forward away from anything that's holding you back, okay? So, this is not talking about necessarily a brand new beginning with another person, okay? It could... But I'm not really getting that so much. I'm just getting that this is about you. You're like a phoenix right now. Okay? Like rising up from the ashes, okay? You feel me? So let's go ahead and clarify the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here, Spirit? Why is the High Priestess card here? Okay, wow. Oh my God. Chariot card in reverse. Dude, I'm sorry, but like, it's just double confirmation. Your intuition is telling you to not move forward with this. Period. Yeah, your intuition is telling you not to move forward. So that's, you know, you got to trust yourself. Okay, we got the Hermit card coming out. Trusting yourself, okay? Because the Hermit card is talking about finding the light within and allowing that to guide you forward through the valley of darkness, right? Like the Hermit is about self-reliance, okay? This is also strong Virgo energy. Like I was saying, with the Chariot card, you could be dealing with a Cancer or someone with strong Cancer in their chart as well, right? So those are some signs to look for. Earth signs and Cancer so far is what I'm getting here. But anyway, we'll leave that there. Can we clarify the Fool card in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Fool card in reverse? Why is the Fool card in reverse? Yeah, it doesn't make you happy to move on. I don't feel like it makes you happy, but like that's what your intuition is telling you to do here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I can't take all those, Spirit. Two of Pentacles again. Okay, why is the Fool card here in reverse, Spirit? Can we get a clear answer? Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So look, here's another thing though to keep in mind, Aquarius, because this is why I do this, okay? It is to be helpful. So, remember how I was saying with the Eight of Wands, it was like you had to shoot an arrow just like perfectly into the bullseye. And like that was the only wiggle room. You didn't have any wiggle room. The only way you could make this work is if you aimed right for the bullseye, right? And you'd have to make it past all those wands. You'd have to make it perfect, okay? And so you didn't know if you could do that. So you decided not to take your shot because you were afraid that you would fail, basically. I mean, I'm just telling it to you straight, Aquarius. This is what I'm getting, okay? If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But if it does, keep listening. So the Fool card in reverse, you know how the first message I heard was that I don't want to be the fool, right? I don't want to play the fool. I don't want to be your fool. I just, you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to be anybody's fool anymore, right? Good for you, okay? But I feel like this may be coming from a place of lacking self-confidence here. Okay, this is just what I'm getting. Don't shoot the messenger. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's telling me that I feel like you don't really necessarily trust yourself to do this thing right. I don't know. That's... yeah, like I feel like this may be coming from a lack of self-confidence. Not entirely, you know? Like, I think you're actually trying to trust your intuition here. Your intuition's telling you not to move forward as well. But you still need more answers within. You know what I mean? You still need to do more inner work, is what I'm getting here, before you, like, quite understand what this was. Because, like I was telling you, it's like the twin flame thing, okay? Like, if you feel like you're dealing with your twin flame, Aquarius, you know, or you've thought about it, it's like, just think of it like this, like I was telling you. Is somebody who's wounded in such a particular way, okay? And you too, you're both wounded, right? That's usually how the twin flame thing works, is that you're both wounded, okay? But you're wounded in this particular way where you mirror each other, and not like you are doing the same thing. It's like you're doing the opposite thing. Does that make sense? And in that way, it's like you really reflect back to each other what it is that you need to work on in a really big way. And that can be really cataclysmic, okay? And it can also be really, like I said, it might create a lot of conflict and arguing, right? Disagreeing with each other, or like feeling attacked. That's just one of the energies I'm getting. But so, like I said, it's like, you don't have to be in a like long-term committed, deep romantic relationship with your twin flame by any means, okay? By any means. Like, that's not necessary here. And that's not, I don't even think, what you should do. Like, usually twin flame relationships don't work out, you know? And so that's kind of a theme. The theme is that it doesn't typically work out, but learning your lessons from each other can happen, and that can be good. And so having those conversations is good, right, with this Eight of Wands. But you're realizing that, like, you know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of work. So that's the other thing, is if you ever did want a twin flame relationship to work, you would have to be willing to do some self-reflection. You would have to be willing. I just saw the Seven of Wands in reverse, and now the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you would have to be vulnerable. You would have to let go of your illusions about yourself, or about, mostly about yourself, right? But also about other people. You would have to do a lot of work to be able to be with somebody who just constantly shows you your own shadow. Basically. You know? You'd have to really love your shadow and really love the other person's shadow. And both people would have to be doing that. You know what I mean? It is a long shot. It's a very long shot. I don't think that there is a lot of wiggle room for that going well, right? It would have to be pretty consistent. So, anyway. Wow. Okay, so these cards coming out, I wasn't trying to clarify anything. You got the Devil card in reverse. Like, congratulations here, Aquarius, because this feels like, to me, this feels like releasing whatever it is about this situation that may have had you tied. Also releasing your own demons, right? And your own toxicity, whatever it is, whether or not this person or this situation had a hold on you or something else had a hold on you. You are now being freed from that. Like, I feel like you're being released from that. And part of the reason why, excuse me, guys. So part of the reason why you're being released from that now is because you went within and you actually took the time to think about it. And you've been spending time by yourself, probably, with the Hanged One in reverse, or in the upright. It's like you're receiving the enlightenment. Excuse me, guys, I have a tickle. But you're receiving the information that you need in order to make this decision. Okay. So, you've got the Knight of Pentacles coming out next. And the Knight of Pentacles coming out after these two cards is really telling me that, like, you're finding a new way of, like, of doing things. And not just doing things, but a new way of showing up in the world, of a new way of being. And especially in relationship with others. So what I'm getting here is, like, you're learning how to take things slower, right? You're learning how to take things slowly, and also recognize that, like, it takes a certain amount of investing, right? Like, it is investing in anyone is a little bit of a risk, no matter what. So it's almost like you're realizing, like, okay, I just need to be slow with my investments. Doesn't necessarily mean I shouldn't invest at all, right? But I want to invest slowly, you know what I mean? Because I want to be stable. I want something stable, you know? So I feel like this is like a realization for you. First off, the moving slowly thing, but especially with wanting to be steady, like consistent. Not just, you know, because if you see, like, look, check out this picture. So they've got this one big pentacle in their hand, but look at the basket on the back of this bowl that they're writing. It's like full of pentacles, right? So they're like, yeah, I'm willing to offer this one pentacle, but I'm not going to give you my whole basket right out the gate. Like, I'm going to give you one to start, see how it goes, you know what I mean? And then move from there, right? So, you know, this is good. This is you doing the right thing for yourself, okay? So thank you for these messages, Spirit. High Priestess again. So you're trying to trust your intuition, your higher guidance here, okay? Which is good. You should do that. Okay, the High Priestess wanted to come out and stay out, so we're going to put it up here. So can we clarify the Two of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse here? Why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Whoop. Okay. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we're going to talk about another difficult subject. Okay? I love you guys. I'm telling you, this is why I'm here. It's to help. So anyway, I hope it does help. But so, okay. Here's what I'm getting. This has nothing to do with the other person. This particular subject. This has nothing to do with this other person. Okay? It does because it's being revealed to you through this situation. Okay? So, what's really happening here is that the lack of balance that you feel in your life, or the difficulty you have juggling, like, basically, like, your responsibilities, or the difficulty you may have balancing out in a relationship, you know, making sure that you're, you know, that there's, you know, a good back and forth, give and take, all that sort of thing. It really has to do, Aquarius, this really has to do with your heart. This has to do with your connection to that infinite love from the universe that I mentioned earlier, right? That's what I was talking about as I was talking about the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups coming out in reverse is really talking about the lack of connection that you may be having with spirit, okay? With spirit. Like, when I say, like, the creator, when I say, you know, spirit, it's like, it's all the same thing to me. So what I'm really getting here is that you actually, I mean, Nine of Cups in reverse, okay? This is talking about a lack of emotional fulfillment, a lack of emotional balance and happiness. Like, this is having to do with directly has to do with the way that you connect to your heart and the way that your heart connects to spirit, okay? And I'm saying it again, and I'll probably say it even another time, because when your heart is not in something, when your heart is disconnected from your head, when your heart is disconnected from spirit, you will have a harder time hearing the messages. Like, I feel like I'm having to knock on a door here, you know, and be like, hey, and then you open it a crack, and I'm like, hey, can you hear me? And you're like, yeah, kind of. And I'm like, okay, we'll open it a little bit wider. And you're like, okay. And then it's like, okay, can you hear me now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm having to, like, okay, you've got to open the door, though, because otherwise you can't hear what I'm saying. Because you'll start to block it out, you know, because of that defensiveness, but also because it is for your own protection. Like, you disconnect yourself from that in order to protect yourself because you don't want to be a fool. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that this is coming down to the crux, okay? This is really narrowing down out of everything here, narrowing down what is the root of the problem. And the problem, I just mean, you know what I mean? Not wanting to take your shot at something because you think you'll fail, or any toxicity that has been brought to you, you're letting it go now and you're realizing things about yourself. You're making decisions for yourself. You're saying no. You're walking away from conflict. Like, you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to walk away from this. It's making me unhappy to walk away from this, but my intuition is telling me not to. Right? So you're doing a great job, okay? Aquarius, this is what I'm getting, is that you are actually doing your best here, okay? And you do have this fucking awesome, this awesome rebirth happening, but like, this is what I'm trying to say, is that it's getting deeper and deeper, because this is what we do, okay? And also, this is what we do as humans when we're healing, right? Is it's like we're going layer by layer. First layer was like relationships with other people. So you're going, okay, that's a problem. I need to get through that layer. So you start to get better at, you know, making decisions. You're getting better at protecting yourself from people who are toxic, right? And then you go a little deeper and you go, okay, well, what about my relationship with myself? It's like, okay, I'm not taking care of myself well, so I need to stop with the addictions. I need to stop with whatever, you know what I mean? I need to focus on myself, right? With this star card. I need to focus on myself, okay? So then once you do that, then it's like, okay, well, so what is my relationship like with spirit, right? And your intuition and this inner journey that I feel like you have gone on and are going on. You know, it feels ongoing. And by the way, it is. It's lifelong, this thing. But you have done some really significant inner work here. I can see it. And that is like, okay, do you see how the crescent moon in the High Priestess, how it has like this whole other scene on the inside where it's like a, you know, an ocean with, you know, the sun and the clouds and everything, right? So when I look at that card, it's like I am seeing a reflection of the Ace of Cups, because do you see the sun and the clouds and the ocean, right? So it's like I guess what I'm trying to say to you here is that when you're doing that inner work and you're focusing on yourself, that is the layer right before, like that you are actually connecting with spirit. Spirit is able to connect with you when you're in those places, right? So it's not like you haven't been connecting with spirit. It's just that maybe you haven't set that intention, or maybe you didn't know it, or maybe you have a little bit of a block where you're like, yeah, but I don't know if that's even real or not. You know, like, I don't know if I actually believe in creator. I don't know if I actually believe in spirit. I don't know if I actually believe in prayer, or, you know what I mean? Anything like that, right? So you may have a little bit of hesitance to that, but spirit is saying that you are like, that is the next layer. That's the next layer. And you're going to realize that when you get to that layer, that's the center. You know, that's the crux. That's the root. That's where you need healing the most, right? And once you get to that level and you start actually nourishing yourself from the Ace of Cups, you start actually drinking from that cup, right? And spirit's like, here you go. You know what I mean? Because it's always been there for you. But at some point along the way, you may have stopped believing in it. And that honestly happens to all of us at some point, I think. Happens to the best of us. So, you get what I'm saying? Is that as soon as you start drinking from that cup, you're going to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I haven't been happy. Like, look how much happier I am now that I'm drinking from this cup, right? And now that I'm emotionally fulfilled, I can be in healthy relationships. I can be in connection with people who I can trust and who can trust me. They can trust that I'm going to show up. you know, so you'll be willing to take risks because you're going to be more self-confident because because you're drinking from this cup. Like, that's seriously what I'm getting here, you know. And it's sad. It's sad because you don't want to walk away from this Two of Cups situation. I can tell because of just, you know, like I can just feel it. It makes you sad, but you're more concerned about yourself at this point, you know, and as well you should be, right? Especially when it comes to the Devil in reverse. It's like you're releasing some toxic shit, you know, and so you do need to focus on yourself, and that's okay. You don't have to feel bad about that. Spirit, what else do we need to do? Okay, Spirit's telling me to pull some love oracle cards, so I'm gonna do it. I gotta go with the flow around here. And then I'm gonna wrap this up, guys, because it's ending up being a longer reading. But I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. It really does mean a lot, and I hope that you'll interact with my videos. You know, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does make a big difference, okay? So anyway, guys, we've got a card coming out here. This card says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Okay, so Spirit is saying here that in this particular situation too, this is so interesting. Okay, we're going to take this one too, guys. So, but what Spirit is trying to say here is that this relationship, this whatever this significant connection is here, it's like it has challenged you, or this person challenges you, and Spirit's trying to say that's not necessarily a bad thing here, you know. But I mean, your intuition's telling you not to move forward with this, so you know, trust yourself here. But I'm just trying to say that this is a lesson for you to carry with you into other relationships. You don't necessarily have to be with this person in order to learn that lesson, right? This is an opportunity for self-reflection. So it's like Spirit's saying, you know, basically that some of the best relationships are the ones where we're not only supported by our partner, but our partner also challenges us on our bullshit. And so this is why twin flames are significant, not because, you know, they're our life partner or our soulmate or our forever person. That's not even usually the case. Usually it's just that this is somebody who challenges you on such a deep level that it's upsetting. but it challenges you in this way that can change your life, basically. You know, it can change who you are on a fundamental level because it changes your, you know, your understanding of yourself. Because you're like, gosh, dang, like I actually didn't know this about myself, you know. But now you know something. You've discovered something here, in my opinion. If you haven't, you will, right? So, okay. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Okay, so you know how I was getting that energy that you were kind of conflicted here. This is a confirmation that you can make your choices. You can choose to move on from this, and it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. You don't have to worry about if you're making the right or wrong choice here. You really don't, because there is no right or wrong. It's just about how you feel, and it's also about what you feel would be best for you in the long run. You know what I mean? And it has to be about what's best for you. You know, that is the right thing to do. So, wow. Okay, I'm going to read you both of these cards because I actually think that both of them are really good for you right now. So, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So, Aquarius, this card I feel like is coming out in order to remind you of what's important. That your money, you know, your material possessions, whatever it is, your ego, right? Who you think you are right now, like in this living, you know, waking life or whatever. It's like that is not what's important. Because you can't take that with you when you go. So the most important thing is you, your soul, the time you spend with the people that you love. You know, that's what's going to, you know, transcend all of this, right? This life that we're in. So I just feel like that's really important for some of you to hear for some reason, that, you know, your material possessions are not as important as your soul. Okay? It's really not. So, okay. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yes. That exactly. I couldn't agree more. And I think that Spirit is so awesome with the way that they really wrap up readings and make it so that you feel better about your decisions, so that you feel good about yourself, so that you move forward with your life, and you can do so without fear that you're making the wrong decision, you know, because you do need to focus on yourself right now, and do that connection with Spirit thing that I was talking about. Like, you know, seriously, even if it feels dumb at first, or it's something that you don't usually do, you know, I get it. It is awkward at first if you're not used to it, you know. But try drinking from that cup and just see how it impacts you, how it makes you feel, you know? So that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. I really hope that this reading resonated or that it helped. If it did, please interact with this video. Like, comment, share, or subscribe if you're feeling it. If you need a dream interpretation, Aquarius, I do